All right, bro. So I blew it. Um, of course, uh, one trade, just blew it all. I blew the account. I think it's ineligible. Therefore, my 3, 4, 5, 6 days of work just thrown away. The practice of taking a trade and sticking to my rules all blown, and that's fine. I mean, I guess it's not fine. I wouldn't necessarily say it's fine, but I blew it all because on, I mean, it all started here, right? And so I didn't learn from it the first time. So I didn't, of course, I wasn't going to learn from it the second time. Um, what happened was I got into a trade. I bought the top on ES and I thought I was on MES. But that's no excuse because as soon as I was down 60, I knew that I should have exited the trade. And did I exit the trade? I did not exit the trade. I actually just held through it and just blew the account. And all of that work, right, in one day just gone. So I actually shorted, I mean, I bought up here. I bought the top expecting so I thought that because we recovered so strongly that ideally it would be just super simple to short the top because this move had already happened yesterday as well. So I just thought it was too simple of a move to continue to just short it again, right? And that the trap here would be to maybe see some form of retracement before continuing up higher, which we did, but not necessarily the way I thought we did. And I was far too over leveraged, even if I bought somewhere around here. So I bought somewhere like around here. So even if I was in ES, I think it would have been a close one. I probably would have taken that $150 loss, but this is what I was expecting here, just on a much smaller time frame or on a much smaller scale, probably even like right here before continuing to go up. And so that was my mistake. Therefore, um, that's my fault. One account blown because of a mistake. Ideally, this shouldn't have happened. So, I mean, I'm mindful of that, you know. Ideally, though, what I do like, so what happens with me is that I have like this streak where I don't lose a trade for about 3 or 4 trades, sometimes a little longer. And what happens is that I continue to do that up until one day where I finally take a loss and I'm so like over leveraged that it looks like this. So this is what it tends to look like, but this time it's different, I think, because I took some losses here, I took some losses here, I took some losses here. I don't know if I took a loss here necessarily, but I took losses all the way through and I continued to be up on my account. I just put myself in a position where I freeze. I'm like a deer in headlights. So I freeze and I froze here. And so it was either pass the account or blow it, and I blew it, right? I put myself in this predicament, so what I'm gonna do with my second account is I personally locked it. I need to lock in on this account. So here we are, and I need to just follow my rules. You know, I've taken losses on this account too. Probably one loss, one break even. Uh, one loss, one break even. one loss. So I just need to be strict about it, even if it's a red day. So I got that red day here. This is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But I guess I can only learn from it and just continue on my second account, continue to just do the best that I can to the best of my ability and stick by my rules. So um also the placing the trades over the phone and whatnot is just terrible. So what I need to do is just uh, be mindful, be present of my decisions. Um, I'd like every time I take like a loss like this, I take a step back and I do either like market research or I read a book. I'm a lot more mindful. So maybe what I have to do the whole way through is to be mindful the whole way through instead of waiting for this moment that I blow up, right? I sort of get just too confident and just I know where I freeze, where I turn into a deer in headlights, so I just shouldn't put myself in that predicament and probably locking my account as soon as I probably locking my account as soon as I'm finished. The thing is that I wake up early in the morning and so I place a trade early in the mornings and it's just hard to turn on the camera and to make the video in the morning when when everybody's sleeping and it's just too early to be doing that, but doesn't really look like my best times or the time when I am recording anyways, but early in the morning and so I mean if that's what I have to do just to keep myself accountable and to keep the trades on a video like I had prior, keeping myself accountable, um, then I can hopefully see this one all the way through and pass this account. But it's happened with the other one, so it's a little it's a little irritating to have gotten that far and to have gotten set back, but I could have exited the trade. I could have done a lot of stuff. I put myself in the predicament to begin with, and so I'm mindful of that. I know, if I know I freeze in that situation, if I know I'm a deer in headlights, I got to be mindful of where I'm entering. I'm ES, ES, something that I might want to do just to begin. So let's look at my risk settings. Risk. Personal daily loss limit would be 300. Personal daily profit target would ideally be 350, 700, 600, 700. EDP, set the action that occurs when your personal daily profit target is triggered. Do nothing. Liquidate and block. So ideally, this is what I want to happen. So I'm setting this up right now. I don't need maximum trades per day. This one's tricky because I'm saving this. I should ideally be losing around. I'm gonna allow myself 325, and this is only because of slippage and whatnot. So I'm gonna lock this. And so I need to lock this every day. I just need to lock it. First thing I need to do is lock it. There's no reason I shouldn't be locking this every day. Um, yeah, ideally there should be no reason that I don't lock it. So hopefully just by doing these things, I can help keep myself accountable and see where I can really go with my account. This is crazy what it is. How does this even work? Anyways, I need to just log in again and so that was the update. Um, got a lot to work on. Tomorrow I'll be mindful of everything that I just went over and just locking in for this and seeing what I can really do when I follow my rules, right? This one I'd gotten so far and I wouldn't really say that like I'm a bad trader necessarily, but what happened here was that I um I had this mistake and I wouldn't have had this win either if it wasn't for um I wouldn't have had this loss if it wasn't for this win, and this was just a bad trade in general, so it's just being mindful of that and coming into this one and not like running to not jumping in to attempt and not jumping in to attempt to pass it as quickly as I can, right? It's gonna take me some time, even more time now, but just something to be mindful about. So, you would think that sooner or later you'd go tired of just continuing to blow it and blow it and blow it, but I mean I'm closer. I can tell that I'm closer just by the way I trade. I know myself and I know how far I've come, but I know that there's still work to be done. So I'm probably gonna read some books I stumbled across. I think I talked about it on my last video. So I'm gonna read those books and be more mindful about going into these next few trading days. Alright guys, so it's probably it. Just gonna keep this one short. It's just an update on hold up. Fuck, I blew my account, but whatever.